So when we think about traditional sports betting, most people think about the relationship between the bookmaker and the sports bettor. So when the sports bettor wins, they take money from the bookmaker, and when the bookmaker wins, they take money from the sports bettor. There is, however, an alternative to the traditional sports betting system, which is called a betting exchange, and it allows you to function as a bookmaker yourself. So you can take bets from your peers and function as a bookmaker, so basically taking on bets that you think will not win. So in this video, I'll go through exactly how betting exchanges work and all the nuances to them, and also going through the pros and cons of using a betting exchange as opposed to a normal bookmaker.
It is a scam when you don't allow everyone to operate on fair terms.
We are the Robin Hoods of sports betting. We take something back from the rich bookies and enable our customers to beat them instead.
So firstly, it's important to understand some key terminology before opening a betting exchange account. There's two terms that are very important to know: laying and backing bets. So let's talk about laying a bet first. When you place a lay bet, it means that you do not think the team will win. So let's use that in an example. Liverpool are playing Manchester United. You place a lay bet on Liverpool. What that means is you think Liverpool will not win. So the odds you put up are for Manchester United to win the game or for there to be a draw. So basically, you're just taking on the role of a bookmaker and taking bets on something that you think will not win. Backing a bet, on the other hand, is something you're probably already very familiar with. Basically just means putting money on something you think will win, just like you do at a bookmaker's website, except this time you're just doing it with a peer or another person. So now you understand some of the key terminology at a betting exchange, I'll discuss some of the pros of using a betting exchange. The first one is that you have full control of what you do. You are the bookmaker, you can decide what the odds are, and all the things that go with that. Another key part of that is that if you're doing something like matched betting, you're trying to turn over a bookmaker's deposit, let's just say you had a game like Liverpool and Manchester United and you found some good odds on Liverpool to win the game, but then you needed to lay off the other side. And you can do that at a betting exchange at the odds that you set. So that's where exchanges can be very useful in that sense. Another pro to using a betting exchange, and probably the biggest pro in my eyes, is that you cannot get limited or banned. As some of you may know, if you open an account at a soft bookmaker like Unibet, Marathon, Sportsbet, all these, basically 95 to 99% of bookmakers are soft bookmakers, and you will be limited over time. So with the betting exchange, because it's peer-to-peer, you will not get limited, you will not get banned. Yes, you might not be able to get down the amount of money you want to get down because it's limited to what the other person using the exchange will allow you to bet, but at least you know that you can use it for a lifetime and not have to worry about being banned. Before I go into some of the cons of using a betting exchange, it'd be superb if you guys could give this video a like if you're enjoying it so far. Put any comments in the section below if you have any, and of course subscribe to our channel. Now let's talk about the cons of using betting exchanges. The first one would be the commission rates. So in some cases, the betting exchange commission can be quite high. So I guess it's quite similar to the margin that a bookmaker takes. It can be the same in betting exchanges. So depending on what exchange you're using, what sport maybe, at what level you are, you might have a case where you're paying sometimes 10% commission. So that can be quite hard to beat the commission and then also make money on top of that. So in the case, I mean, it is very excessive, a 10% commission, and most of the time that won't be the case. But let's say that you might have a commission of 4 or 5%. That means that your edge over the market needs to be 5% or more to make a profit long term. So commissions can be a real big problem. Con number 2 is that trading the exchanges can be very difficult to do and very hard to make a profit from long term. Because the limits or the amount of money that you can make is never restricted, as opposed to the soft bookmakers, that means that there's going to be a lot more sharper players around and a lot of people that derive their sole income from trading the exchange markets. So that means you need to be very, very smart about what you're doing. You need to have lots of experience in sports trading and using the exchanges. So just be wary. Don't think that on your first day, you're going to be able to quit your day job or whatever you do and become a full-time trader on the exchange markets. You need to put in probably years of work to become really good at this and to make, or at least to know that you can make a profit from it long term. The last con of using a betting exchange is that there's not as many markets to bet on. And I know this isn't probably a big issue for most of you, because they'll still have markets like Moneyline, 1x2, Asian Handicap, over under, like all the big markets. But if you're looking to bet on maybe some of the props or maybe like card markets or, corner markets, stuff like that, not all the exchanges will have them. So you will need to go to a bookmaker for those markets. So now that you understand exactly what a betting exchange is and how it works and some of the pros and cons, what I'll go through now is the actual betting exchanges that you can use out there, because there aren't too many of them. So I thought I would highlight the main ones so you guys can go and sign up or give it a go and try it yourself. So today I'll highlight 4 different betting exchanges. The biggest one is the Betfair exchange. The only problem with the Betfair exchange is that they have the highest commission rates. So it's harder to beat them, but the big plus is that there's more people using them, and that means there's more liquidity. So say you wanted to put $100 or $200 on Arsenal to win a game, most of the time you're not going to have a problem being able to get that amount of money down. Whereas if you're using the other exchanges, that might be a little bit of a problem because there's less liquidity there. So yeah, Betfair is the most popular. But as I said, the problem is there's high commission rates there. The other exchanges that you can use are Matchbook, which Trademate Sports also supports along with Betfair Exchange. And then the other 2 are BetDAC and Smarkets, or S-Markets. I'm not sure how they're pronounced. But the good thing about those 3 other ones, BetDAC, Matchbook, and Smarkets, is that they have lower commission rates. They have less people on them. They have less liquidity, but their commission rates are a lot lower. So they're a lot more attractive proposition for some people, but as I said, there won't be the liquidity that there is on the Betfair exchange. An alternative to using individual betting exchange accounts is using a brokerage. And what a brokerage does is it brings all the betting exchanges and also sharp bookmakers together, and you can just bet from one place. I have heard there's some dodgy brokerages out there, but 2 that I can vouch for are Sport Market Pro, I use them myself, and also Bet in Asia. So what this allows me to do using Sport Market Pro is I can bet all from the same place. To betting exchanges and sharp bookmakers, which allows me to get the best price always out of all those exchanges and sharp bookmakers. Just note that those, Sport Market and Bet in Asia won't be available in all of your countries. I'm pretty sure, a lot of our viewers here are from the UK. It's not available in the UK. I don't think either Sport Market or Bet in Asia are available there. So that's a bit of a problem for you guys, but for you other, people from other countries watching, yeah, check them out, and I would highly recommend them because, for example, from Australia, the Betfair exchange has really high commission rates here. But if I go through Sport Market, it's only like 2.3% or something like that. So it's a lot lower than what I would get if I was going straight through the Betfair exchange. And that's all for the video today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, put any comments below if you've got any questions about what I've said today, and hopefully this video has given you a bit more education around betting exchanges, brokerages too, and maybe you can go and open up an account, and they're just generally very good because you will be able to get bigger prices in a lot cases, a lot of cases other than just using a bookmaker. And the good thing is you won't be limited long term. But cheers, guys.